Hello, Bambinos. I've got week 2 of season 3 of the PBA here, and this week we're up against Travesty. Um, this guy apparently is making a comeback to draft, which is cool. He took over a team because somebody dropped after week 1, which is crazy, but it happens. They made a bunch of trades, which is fine because I had only just started building when the trades came in, so it was easy for me to start again. And yeah, we're gonna be playing them. They're New Zealand time compared to my British time, so like the schedule is a bit crazy, bro. But here we are with the team. I can pop the matchup up on screen after you just have a little look at this Boron Ask Corviknight, which is BB, Roost, U-turn, Defog with a helmet. Very fizz def because they have a great tusk. So now I'm gonna cover it over, and there's the matchup. There is the matchup. Slightly bigger, not really. Fucking squint, just fucking squint. Yeah, we have a defensive Corv because they have a fucking great tusk and a Salamence, and I'm hoping I can just do things like that. You'll notice they have Terracaptain Araquanid, which means webs. I'm fairly certain are going up. It's going to be very hard to prevent them going up when they can Terra out of certain weaknesses and what have you. So I'm just very prepared for the fact that they're going to get webs up. That's why I have Boots Valiant, Boots Moth, and a clear Amulet Roaring because they got 1, 2, 3 Intimidate guys between Salamence, Arcanine, and Quillfish. So I've gone for the clear Amulet because that will prevent web speed drops and the Intimidates on Roaring Moon, so that was a cool little tech there. Yeah, my whole game plan, I have Defog on Corv, but I really didn't want to click it because they also have Terracaptain, Kilowattrel, who could just come in on Corv as I Defog, get a +2 boost, and just start fucking my shit up. So I really didn't want to have to Defog if I didn't have to. But I've got it just in case, and I've got many boots just to cover that as well. Let's start at the bottom. Let's start with Swampert. We are a Rocks 3 attack Swampert. We're Spadef, ready to come in on that Kilowattrel. Also Prim to an extent. We've got the jab. We're max attack. We're like max Spadef, max attack. We can pivot around, get those jabs out on things like Prim. Maybe a Meow trying to come in on my stab moves like Earthquake, Flipturn, like they could catch a poison jab on the way in, maybe. But getting rocks up and just kind of keeping Kilowattrel at bay is going to be Swampert's job for sure. We then got Moon, who's a bulky pivot Roost Moon. I'm not going to be able to sweep very easily here because of the webs, because of things like Prim, Tusk. It's not an easy DD option here. I'm just going to be knock off, U-turn, coming in to take the hits and then roosting them off kind of job. Just pivoting around, trying to get in my big hitters that are Moth and Valiant, both rocking the boots. Moth is booster energy, Cork Drived in special attack, and I'm running agility. So if I get the Cork Drive off and then agility, I'm +1, +2 in speed with Fire Dance, Sludge Wave, Energy Ball, Terra Ghost, just because, just to whiff some attacks really. I don't intend on using the Ghost offensively. I could have, but quite like my coverage here. They do have that Terra Grass. Terra Grass, potentially Flash Fire Arcanine here, so Sludge Wave is very good into them, plus the Prim, plus the Meow. Got to worry if I Terra Ghost about Sucker Punch Meow. That is a threat I have to worry about, so we'll kind of cross that bridge if we get there. Valiant, however, is Boots with booster in speed, Cork Driving speed, with Calm Mind. So if I come in on terrain fast, and then I can start boosting up. We have that Vacuum Wave. If I start Calm Minding up and then Meow comes in and is faster than me because I haven't got the terrain up, I can Vacuum Wave its ass. Other than that, Moonblast covers pretty much everything except for the Iron Crown, so we're running Shadow Ball. Now Thundurus is the key to this week, I think. We're just like a standard Boots, kind of fast, that with 2 attacks, T-Bolt hits everything except for a potential Volt Absorb Kilo and the Tusk. We're running Grass Knot for the Tusk, and U-turn just to pivot out on things like Kilo and Tusk, and I guess Meow too. We would be kind of hard walled if we didn't have U-turn, so there is that option to pivot if we need it. But the Prankster Electric Terrain is how I'm going to get my 2 breakers to start breaking, because he's going to have webs up. I can't count on Booster Energy. Booster Energy, if they come in on webs, like Valiant for example, won't get the booster in speed. Kind of pointless to me. So I'm running Boots so I don't take the webs, and then Electric Terrain on Thundurus. And I'm running Boots on Thundurus not just for like rocks, but if I'm like even at the lowest HP, I know I can come in and just click Prankster Terrain once just to get it off if I need to. And I'm really hoping that this terrain tech is going to pop off, because when I drafted this team, I've been thinking about it every week. I've been saying to the guys in my prep room, should I run it? Should I run it? And they're like, no, it's no good this week. It's no good this week. Make sure you use it on a week where you're bringing both Moth and Valiant. But yeah, okay. But this week, I've just fucking gone for it because I'm too excited to use it, and I really hope it pops off. So the next part of the video is going to be the battle. Go ahead and enjoy that. See you guys there. Alright guys, so I fucked up. Basically, we played this awesome match for our Week 2 game versus Travesty, and I didn't hit the record button. But luckily, my guy Trav was very kind and sent over his side of the battle, so I've had to mute that, and I'm doing post comms, and I'm going to do my best to try and relive the hype of this match, but it's not going to be the same. But you would have seen the little team rolled apart at the beginning there, and we see the Araquanid, Terracat's Araquanid, we see the Terracat's in Kilowattrel. I was very, very ready for webs. I had boots on 3 guys, clear amulet on another, Corv doesn't touch the ground. The only really Swampert is worried about webs. I was wholly ready for a webs lead and webs being up for most of this match, because my only removal being defog meant I didn't want to have to click it into competitive Kilo, especially like Terracat's in. Getting +2 in front of Corv is just incredibly difficult for me to come back from. Things we didn't see, actually can't remember right now. Can't remember the matchup at all. I played this and did the team builder a few days ago, and now I'm doing the post comms. So I'm gonna try my best, guys. I fucked up, but we're gonna see this awesome match play out the way it did anyway. Yeah, so we just seen. I'm seeing somebody's items for the first time actually. I did get a paste. Black Glasses Meow was anything I didn't actually see before, I think. Yeah, I got boots on most of my guys, clear Amulet on the Moon, because he didn't bring any of his Intimidators, which is weird, but Amulet still did the same sort of job as boots would, I guess. I lead the Roaring Moon. Basically because I felt like it could get a big knockoff off on most things on lead, except maybe Meow, because I didn't want to take a play rough. And they could have expected Scarf as well as a lead Moon without booster. You gotta wonder what's going on here. I opt to click knockoff because I'm thinking this is a Terra Captain and it could just Terra this Water Ghost Steel, I think. And I know that Choice Band, Water Bubble, Terra Water, Liquidation just fucking hits like a truck, and if they were banded, they could also be Leech Life, and I do die to a banded Leech Life. So I just click knockoff here. Because like I said, if they get webs up, they get webs up, I don't care. But if they are banded, which they were not, they were Mystic Water as we've seen. It's still huge for damage reduction, but webs do go up. And I kind of didn't really have to... I can't kill this, because knockoff's probably my strongest hit into this thing. I'm EQ, U-turn, knockoff, Roost, I think. So yeah, knock was my best hit into this, and it's quite defensive. And I'm doing half of that this time, so I can't really kill it from here. So I'm pretty sure I opt to U-turn here. They go for an Endeavor here, which is crazy. I wasn't expecting this. I U-turn out. Do a nice little bit of chip, putting them under half, and go into my Corv, because I don't want to take the Bug move. Thinking they might go for the Leech Life now. Scrappy Coup comes in. And this Endeavor, holy shit, this Endeavor fucks me up. Because this needs to be healthy for an offensive Great Tusk. I reveal Helmet here as well. But this needs to be healthy for an offensive Great Tusk. And I am fucking not healthy anymore. They does so much damage to me to that Endeavor. This Rakundin's already got its worth. He goes hard into the Specs Kilo here. Obviously expecting the defog, or hoping for the defog here. To get himself a little competitive boost here and just start clicking buttons. But I actually roost off because, like I said, I need this healthy for the Tusk in the back. So I get myself up to about 75, and then I opt to hard switch. I'm thinking here, I don't want to go Swampert. I remember thinking they're just going to U-turn off me and then go into Masquerada, and then I've got a problem. So I don't want to go hard Swampert on the U-turn. So I'm pretty sure I opt to give Moon here. Just because, I'm quite especially defensive on the Moon. And I've got Roost, so I can just eat up the hits. pretty nicely. And I don't care about the webs because I am clear Amulet. So yeah, I hard switch here into Roaring Moon. As they Volt Switch, not U-Turn. So they bring the Volt Switch instead of the U-Turn, even though I've got like a solid ground type and Swampert, which is kind of interesting. That Volt Switch damage, I didn't calc. I just kind of figured like, I should have maybe thought that's quite a lot for a resisted hit from an unboosted Kilo. But I didn't think to calc that at all. So at this moment in time, I still don't really have any idea what item is on this Kilo. But yeah, they can go to a couple of things here, like Prim obviously eats a hit and can Moonblast. Meow is fast there. They know I'm Boots or Amulet at this point because I've come in on webs without taking a speed drop. Obviously, the Great Tusk will eat any hit from me here. But they got that Sash Blastoise, which is interesting in the back. They're obviously saving that for something. They got the Play Rough there, you can see it, and the U-Turn. They know I'm not Scarf because I didn't take any webs reduction, so they kind of have just to go into it here. Oh, not this. They go into something. They go into Meow, yeah. And obviously I'm threatened by this, even like a U-Turn, because it's going to be Protean boosted. It's going to do a lot to Moon with its very, very meek defense. So I think I make a very sharp switch out into Corv here, as they think about what they want to click. Obviously expecting the Corv. Like, Corv is obviously the main... They could have knocked. Would have been nice to knock my helmet. But they just U-Turn here. As I go into Corv. I actually take a little bit longer than they do, as it turns out. Maybe I was calcing Thunder Punch. I do seem to remember worrying about Thunder Punch. The Scrappy Coo comes back in. And they just U-Turn off me. Protean boosted U-Turn is going to do like nothing. Yeah. They take actually more from the helmet chip, but now they do get initiative. And there's a very obvious play for them to make here. Back into the Kilo is the easiest play they can make, I think. Still haven't revealed their Terra, which can be flying or water, I think. Obviously, I wanted to go Swampert here. I think I haven't seen that they Volt Switched last time. I just want to go Swampert. I'm pretty specially defensive if they do want a Hurricane. Which honestly, if they did, I could have calced at their respects. If they did Hurricane here. So out comes Mudblood the Swampert. On webs. They're not Boots on this as they realize here. And yeah, Volt Switch blocked. Even like if they want a Hurricane, I can easily hit them, so they want to preserve this. And they get to just stack their Araquanid. I guess they go to stack their Araquanid. Or it could have been Water Absorb actually, I didn't really check. It's probably Water Bubble though. They bring out the Araquanid. I actually take this opportunity to get on my rocks, which is kind of huge, I think. And now I kind of forgot. I was -1 speed. And I go to hit this thing just to finish it off. But I'm slower. I'm actually slower than an Araquanid after webs, because I'm not running any speed on this Swampert. I'm fully like full bulk and attack, I think. Like especially defensive with max attack. I'm pretty sure is the set I'm running. I've got no speed on this, and at -1, turns out we are in fact slower than an Araquanid, who gets another Endeavor off, bringing me down to like 10%, which is huge. This Araquanid's done absolute work. Literally, lead Araquanid managing to get massive hits off on both my walls. Like Corv and Swampert are absolutely broken by Endeavor Araquanid. And I can't just roost up on this thing like I did with Corv, so now we're put in an awkward position of very easy Meow for them, if they want to. But they're thinking here. And they choose to go out to Great Tusk, either trying to spin these rocks away. They take rocks. It's their helmet, as we've seen. I don't know their helmet right now. But you know, I think I calc at this point that I should live a Rapid Spin. And I'm actually in Torrent range, so I'm just going to hit a nice little water move here. into the super effective. If he kills me, that's fine. I can bring in, I've got like Valiant or Thundurus I can bring in to threaten this. But I figure if he tries to do something greedy, by ever getting the spin or something else, I'm going to get a nice flip turn here. And they do either predict me to switch. I think they predict me to switch here because they think I need the ground type for Kilowatt Roll, right? Which I probably did in hindsight. But they go for rocks, which is a little bit greedy, maybe? I think it's a safe prediction, but I was willing to let this go down to get a Torrent boosted flip turn off here, which does a nice chunk to a Mamoswine. No, not Mamoswine. The name's putting me off here. A Great Tusk. So we flip out, so we keep that as a sack, which is huge, because rocks are up. I'm not opting to get rid of them, so I have the sack if I need it. I then go into Thundurus, I believe. I'm running U-turn to attacks and the electric terrain, which I don't think is the play here, but I go into Cat Thundy anyway. I reveal that in boots because they got rocks up, because I'm boots on fucking everything this week. I just didn't want to have to deal with hazards at all. I can very easily kill this with a Grass Knot. They do have that Kilowatt Roll that could come in on a Grass Knot or a T-Bolt if they're Volt Absorb. I obviously don't know at this point. I kind of assume that they are competitive, but I can't safely T-Bolt it ever until I can confirm that. So I make the pivot play because I figure they're not going to let this go down because they want to spin at some point. I gave her the U-turn on like thinking that Kilo's coming in mainly, but I had like a small hope that they might just throw their Meow out there on like a Psychic, perhaps. Like they could be predicting Psychic from Thundurus. Like let's click the U-turn here, and lo and behold, they throw Meow into the jaws of Thundurus. Out comes Meow. We click the uninvested U-turn. They take rocks, which might be the difference, because like I said, I got like no attack investment here. U-turn pops it, which is huge, because that thing's one thing that was faster than Moon. If I don't get my Quark Drive up, it's faster than Moth and Valiant. So that was huge. Because Meow was like a speed tier I needed to get down. There's still the Kilo, but I have ways around Kilo, I think. But no Meow was huge. I just opted to go Moon, because Moon's kind of just like my pivot, and it doesn't really matter how much health I've got on it, because I'm just being annoying with knockoffs and U-turns. Pretty much is the only thing that Moon is here for. They go back into this knowing that I can't KO it from here, which is fine. But I make a God read here that they want to spin away the rocks. They take more rocks themselves. Nice bit of chips. It's about half health, just above. Yeah, they go for the spin. I make an absolute God read here, and I spin block. How do I spin block without a ghost type? By sacking Swampert to the rocks. My phone just buzzed, I don't know where it is. So we sack Swampert to the rocks so that the rapid spin fails. And the rocks remain on the field, which is huge. It's actually a huge turn in hindsight. We talked about this turn after in spoilers, but that was huge. So now I can bring in the Valiant, and I can just click a fucking big Moonblast, I'm pretty sure. It's unresisted at this point. There's Kilo, Blastoise, Primarina. Yeah, Moonblast is unresisted. I reveal Boots again. And Moonblast pops the Great Tusk, which is huge, which means rocks are staying up. There's no removal now. They also have rocks, but I have 3 guys with boots on. And Swampert's dead. So he knows he's faster, right? With Kilo. But he also probably knows that I can't KO Prim. Well, I'm boots, he knows that, that's confirmed. So like no boosting item. Very safe to go Primarina and click Moonblast, to be honest. Which is obviously what I was fearing. I was fearing the Moonblast, but what play they make is pretty cool. You can see there that they've got the Damp Rock and the Rain Dance. This is obviously like a setup piece for the Specs Kilo to just start clicking Specs Hurricane, which is hella cool. I like that a lot. So in comes the Prim. I can't stay in front of this. So yeah, at this point in time, Swampert's dead. Corv is actually pretty useless now that Tusk is gone. Because it's like Blastoise, this Kilowattrel. Like, honestly, Corv isn't doing much for me anymore. And I figure I can just take the Moonblast and slow pivot out. So they Rain Dance. As I go into Corv here. Scrappy Dappy Coo! Take the rocks, as wear a helmet. Apply the pressure. And Rain Dance goes off, which I immediately knew this was like meant for one of two things. Either like Shell Smash, Blastoise just clicking Surf or whatever in the rain, or Hurricane Kilo. It's a very cool tech. They give us Psychic Noise here. I figure I can take the hit probably, but if I don't, I go down. I don't really care. And I could just U-turn slowly out into probably Thundurus. Thinking about what I have left, Thundurus would be the play. But I'm actually faster, and that shocked me. I should have maybe been like a Relaxed Nature or something, minus speed def, for plus def, but I now have to make a decision, and I'm thinking here, I can probably waste rain turns. So I go into this on what I expect is the water move. You're not clicking Fairy move into Corv. So out comes the water move. I have to use Psychic Noise, which is really annoying because it means I can't roost up. But that's fine. I probably wasn't saying it anyway on the Moonblast. So now they flip, which is a good play from them. I thought the Moonblast could come out, I could go back out to Corv and just stall rain turns. So yeah, I don't U-turn, which is weird. I could have got an extra little bit of chip with U-turn. I don't really know what I was smoking. But I go out to Scrappy Q again. Take the rocks. And they take the flip turn. And this chip potentially matters. Like, they've taken one lot of rocks and a Rocky Helmet. They'll take another lot of rocks at some point in this match, I'd assume. Very obvious play for them here is to go to the Specs Kilo. My ground type is dead. Roaring Moon's very weak. I'm pretty sure 2 Specs Bolts and Rocks Chip would finish me. They're looking here. They almost went into Shell Smash Blastoise here, huh? They absolutely could have, in hindsight. They absolutely could have done this in hindsight. That would have been actually pretty tough to come back from, I think. Chip, yeah, I actually think... we'll talk about this turn later. They go into the Kilo, is what ends up happening. They take rocks. This is the first time I'm seeing them take rocks. I'm like, oh shit, they're not boots. They are not boots. Which then leads me to think that they're a choice item. And I'm thinking Scarf makes the most sense because like they'll want to stay ahead of my booster energy guys. Say I manage to get rid of webs and I've got booster speed on Moth, Moon, or Valiant. Scarf Kilo would kind of keep them in check with Speed Sears. But they go Terrafly and Hurricane, and I don't know why I didn't calc this. I don't know what I was doing on this night, but I just wasn't calcing anything. Like, I don't know if he needed to be Specs to kill me there. I just figured, it's Terrafly and boosted, so that's probably enough. And I'm so convinced that they're Scarf. I was so convinced that they're Scarf. That I go out into Thundy here to show off the tech. Like, I can't click T-Bolt here, just in case they are Volt Absorb after all. Like, I don't know if they're competitive or Volt Absorb, but I'm pretty sure clicking T-Bolt here and then being Volt Absorb will just instantly lose me the game. So what I opt to do here is show the Prankster Electric Terrain. This now, with the boots on my guys, means I get speed boost. And they go for the Hurricane. I'm so assuming they're locked in here. And that, I should have calced this. Why didn't I calc anything? Literally, I should have seen that was Specs. But again, I'm just like, it's Terra boosted. That's probably why it did so much. I just didn't fucking calc a thing. I don't know why. They obviously just clicked the button again, thinking about their rain turns. I want to keep this because he's got Prim and Blastoise in the back, so I'm thinking like terrain boosted Seabolts could actually come in at some point. So I just set my moon here. Again, Hurricane would kill from here. It's not something I would calc. This was just to freely get in my Moth. Because I'm looking at the calc like... I should live... I easily live Hurricane. I'm just praying. Absolutely praying at this point that it's... Special attack was heightened. I've got agility on this Moth, as you would have seen in the team builder, but I can't really afford to click it here. In case I get confused. So they're in Sludge Wave range, because I'm plus special attack from Cork Drive. I am definitely able to click Sludge Wave freely here. The Prim would die in the back, the Blastoise would take 1,000,000, and then die next turn subsequently. So I always live a Scarf Hurricane. Like, Modest Hurricane never kills. I just have to pray for no confuse. I Terra purely because what if they weren't choiced and they go for Weather Ball was my thinking here. So I just go for the Terra Ghost just in case of that, you know. Like I said, I didn't know their item at this point. They go for the Hurricane, and I'm like, please no confusions, please no confusions. And I just fucking die, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I should never die to that Hurricane. And that's when I'm like, fuck, it's Specs. It's fucking Specs. I just sacked my fucking Moth for nothing, because Valiant would be faster than it when it comes in on Cork Drive. So I sacked my Moth, my beloved Moth, for absolutely nothing here, just to confirm that this was Specs. And yeah, even Specs Hurricane was a roll. It does like 95 to 112, so it's in their favour, but that's still a roll. That's why I was so shocked when I died. I was stunned. I was shook. I was fucking shook at this point, I'm telling you. I was shook-a-berry. And I'm like thinking I'm done here. I think it's over. I have to go into Valiant and hope that Moonblast kills. Can't afford to Calm Mind up because they're going to Terrafly and Specs fucking Hurricane my ass. Yeah, we see the booster speed. I now know that I'm faster than this thing. And Moonblast looks to be in range. We go for the Moonblast here, for sure. I don't have any other play, to be honest. Calm Mind, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Vacuum Wave. Shadow Ball definitely wouldn't kill. Vacuum Wave definitely wouldn't kill, so I have to go for Moonblast here. They are thinking here, actually. They were maybe thinking of a switch, but no, they just go for the Hurricane. We're faster, we Moonblast, and we kill, which I'm very happy with. Like, my calc showed that it would have been a kill, but he actually said he had some decent amounts of death investment, and that Moonblast was probably a roll, which is, like, kind of crazy. We got our roll, but then they got their roll on off the previous turn, so it is what it is. They got the Prim here, which I still think was probably the play. But I don't know. Yeah, it absolutely mattered. I think if they went Prim here, I think going Prim here would win them the game. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think I kill Prim from this range. But I get Blastoise. And here, seeing the Sash in post-game chat is where these rocks mattered, and that spin block with Swampert earlier in the game. Oh, chef's kiss. We break the Sash here. Actually, it didn't fucking matter. None of that mattered at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was just a good play. I'm calcing a lot at this point. After having not calced anything Kilo Watch did all game, I'm now calcing like shit. Is Blastoise faster than me after a Shell Smash? It is not. But I Calm Mind up because I do also calc that I don't die to +2 Surf. I don't even know. This could be physical. If this was physical, that Calm Mind was for nothing. I Calm Mind up on their Shell Smash just to ensure that I live a hit if they're special. One thing I didn't do was check how many turns of terrain I had left. And terrain did end here. I was like, fuck, I fucked up. I really thought I fucked up here. So I just Moonblast here. This is my strongest hit. They're minus the death after the Shell Smash. I'm +1. They go for Surf as their strongest hit. And we actually live pretty comfortably because of the Calm Mind, and Moonblast goes off. It fucking destroys this because it's -1 after Shell Smash, and we're +1. But yeah, like, that would have been Sash. But I had Vacuum Wave, that's why it didn't really matter. Because if I'd have hit it to Sash there, I just Vacuum Wave next turn. But it was still cool to see the rocks break the Sash. And then in comes this. Between this and Thundy, I think I've got game from this point. +1 Moonblast. This is why I think if he went for in the previous turn, because look, +1 Moonblast doesn't even kill this fat bitch, and then it kills me, and then I would have had Thundy. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Maybe it depends if Thundy can OK Blastoise after rocks. I don't know the calc on that. Probably not. He would have had to have Shell Smash that. No, I was heavily chipped. I think he just Ice Beams. Yeah, it kind of really depends if T-Bolt would have killed Blastoise, but I kind of doubt it. They didn't have a priority move or anything here, so T-Bolt will just clear the game, and we take a slim 1-0 win over Travesty in week 2. So we're now 2-0 in PBA, which I'm very happy about. Thanks again to Travesty for sending me his version of the game. I wouldn't have been able to get my content out without it, so thanks. Cool guy, cool game. Leave a like and leave a comment for the manual terrain on Thundurus, eh? What a good bring that was in the end. Yeah, see you guys next week.